Yeah, hello everyone. Thanks for the invitation. My name is Oleg Zharkovsky. I am Wialon Trainers Team Lead. Well, there are questions that always cause controversy. For example, which is better, iOS or Android, Windows or Linux, WhatsApp or Telegram? We won't discuss these questions, don't worry. Let everyone decide for himself. But we also came across at least one similar question in Wialon. Which is better, a multifunctional platform or highly specialized niche solution? So it's hard to choose. So we decided to have both. Nimbus, developed by Gurtam, is a specialized web application in the field of public transport. My colleagues will show you this application a little later. And for now, I'll tell you how the multifunctional Wialon monitoring interface can be used to work with passengers. Feel free to write your questions in the chat. I'll answer them at the end of my presentation. Let's start. And I want to start with a strange idea, yeah. Can we track the passenger directly? A unit in Wialon is most often associated with a vehicle, but in fact, a unit can be anything or anyone, just put a tracker on it. So the question is, are there trackers for people? Yeah, these are so-called personal trackers, which are compact enough and include a built-in battery. Wialon supports over 200 models of personal trackers. Yeah. Or you can do it even easier with a smartphone. Everyone has it nowadays, and you can turn it into a software tracker. Gurtam developed a special application called Viatak for such a purpose. By the way, Viatak 2.0 is already in beta testing now, and it's not just a new version with some minor improvements, but a complete rethinking of the application capabilities. Follow the link in the description and try the new version. Still, it doesn't always make sense to track each passenger separately using a tracker, since the data from it is pretty the same as the data from the vehicle's tracker. So you just get the result as you see on the screen right now. Well, it doesn't look good. Yeah? So therefore, Wialon has a passenger module, which is, it can help you assign passengers to a bus. Yeah. To do this, you need to install a readers into the vehicle and provide each passenger with a unique identifier, an RFID card, I button, or NFC chip. They definitely cost less than tracker. Unfortunately, such approach is almost inapplicable for public transport, because it's not easy to give identifiers to all the people. But it is very suitable for cases when we clearly know the passengers that get into the vehicle. A good example is school buses or employee shuttle services. You can track the fact of their entry or exit in real time using notifications and check it later using reports. But what if passengers don't have any unique IDs? Can we determine the passengers' traffic in this case? And the answer is yes, if the tracker has a suitable additional hardware. For example, it can be a miniature photoelectric sensor with a beam reflector installed near the door, or even a built-in video analysis system in the bus passenger compartment. These are, to say honestly, there are many other types of sensors. I just mentioned two of them. But there is no difference for Wialon which hardware you choose. Wialon can work with all of them. It's only important for the tracker to send a proper value to the server. Wialon has special sensor of counter type with several subtypes: instant counter, differential counter, etc. So the data anyway appears in the report. Since I mentioned the video cameras in the passenger compartment, it is also worth mentioning they can be used for their intended purposes, capturing videos. Depending on the supported tracker features, you can watch it online or by requesting some video fragments. A similar camera can be placed in the driver's cab, pointing at the driver himself or on the road. Well, It allows you to monitor the driver's behavior, for example, so that he doesn't fall asleep or he is not distracted by a smartphone like this guy. It also allows you to fully study the causes of accidents if they do occur. Taking into account the growing interest in video control, we added a whole new video tab to Wialon several months ago. It definitely makes your work with trackers and video cameras more convenient. I suppose this area will be actively developing in the near future, so stay tuned and follow our news. And I hope everyone agrees that the safety of the passenger comes first. So you can monitor the driver's behavior even without cameras, but using usual messages from the tracker. Ecodriving module is used for this purpose in Wialon. It allows you to set criteria that take into account speeding, acceleration, braking, harsh tone, or reckless driving. In order not to spend a lot of time creating such criteria, we suggest using standard presets for different vehicle types, including buses. So you can see the result at the rank in the Ecodriving web application, or you can get almost the same result, but just in another form, for a group of units or a group of drivers to compare their ranks and choose the best one and the worst one. Further actions no longer depend on Wialon. The business owner himself has to decide how to improve the driver's behavior. Since we are discussing passenger transportation today, it is important to mention route control as well. There are several suitable tools for that in Wialon. Basic route control can be built from blocks like a construction set. You need to take geofences, that's how we call areas on the map, and combine them with the notifications, phone line control, or with the reports for post-facto control. These tools are suitable for many purposes, including public transportation. Some users may also remember rather old but still a good working routes module. The features just listed were created for the dispatcher, but we have something for passengers too. Well, passengers obviously won't have a username and password to log in Wialon. That's why they should use the Locator. It allows you to create a link that can be easily opened by anyone on their smartphone. And when passengers open it, they see a map, units, and geofences. It's some kind of a minimalistic monitoring interface with no additional features. Well, if you don't like the Locator, our reports, or something else, you can always implement your own algorithm for processing data and displaying it using the API. For example, in this way, information can be displayed on digital bus stop schedules. But I have to admit that route management, the Locator, and API are also available in Nimbus web application. So, talking about these features, I vote for a highly specialized niche solution, Nimbus. It definitely wins a comparison. Let me finish this presentation with some bonuses. Whatever unit you are monitoring, at some point it needs maintenance. To keep track of it, Gurtam created a web application called FleetRun. For all types of units, we also have a mileage and engine hours control. This is a basic feature, but still a good one. And I have to mention fuel control. Wialon has several flexible algorithms to calculate the consumption, detect fill-ins, and fuel thefts. And I think that's all. I hope this fast overview of Wialon features suitable for passenger transportation was useful for you. Feel free to choose those tools you like most of all. And if you have any questions, I'll try to answer them right now. But remember that our technical support works 24/7, so my colleagues are ready to help you too. Or you can contact the training team for a personal session to dive deeper into Wialon algorithms. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Oleg. I think your presentation was very consistent and clear, and me personally, I really like it and have, well, no questions here. Oh wait, well, I think our viewers have one. So the question is, which sensor is better for calculating passenger traffic? What do you think, Oleg?
Okay, first of all, I think that I'm not the hardware guy, I'm the software guy. That's what I always say, and Gurtam and Wialon, we don't create any hardware. So in that case, I maybe can only share the experience of our partners. I mentioned two types of sensors for passenger traffic, but well, they were the miniature photoelectric sensor that is installed near the door. Yeah, so talking about this one, it just sends the invisible beam, and when a person enters the bus, it crosses it, so the counter increments the values, like +1. But the problem here is that when a person enters the bus, he can cross this beam several times, or he can enter and then leave. He can cross it with the luggage and so on. So the main advantage of such sensor is the simplicity and the price. Well, I can't say the exact percentage for the accuracy or inaccuracy. If we compare it to the second one, the built-in video analysis system, maybe I can say that it's more accurate, but I don't want you to think that it's the ideal one. There is no ideal sensor. All of them has an inaccuracy. So you will always have to choose between the price and their quality, their accuracy. Well, I'm not sure that this information help you to choose between these two sensors, but what I wanted to say, I definitely recommend you to discuss it with someone who knows hardware better, but talking from the side of Wialon, we can work with all of them, because we just need to get a value from a tracker, and everything will work. So that's the answer.
I see. Thank you, Oleg. As I get it, it's all about the balance anyway, so thank you so much. And we are really happy to have you with us today, and see you at your training sessions. Bye, Oleg.
Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.